Okay, so here we are in one more discussion about the future of your career and what can you do to get your career in the right path. So on this video here, we have three Java champions telling their stories and their main career secrets. So I think you're gonna like that. So Sven Reimers is a Java champion. He's a member of the NetBeans Dream Team, so he's one of the guys that's developing Apache NetBeans now. He has a very, very important role in the open source community, in the NetBeans community specifically.
If you think back in your career, right? If you think about something that happened in your career, there's something that you started to do that you didn't do before, that completely changed your career, or like one suggestion that you'd give to everyone that's watching us that they could do, maybe from a past experience of something that you've seen other people do. What is like the one thing people should do to improve their developer career?
So I think the thing that changed life most, well, one of the NetBeans evangelists back then had a kind of contest. So if you create an open source plugin for NetBeans, you get a handcrafted shirt from James Gosling.
Okay.
So and I had this
from James Goss. So James Goss did the t-shirt himself.
No, he did the
oh, he did the graphics. Okay, right.
So they did the graphics.
Okay,
and
that's pretty cool.
I had this plugin, this Findbox thing sitting there, and I never thought about open sourcing it. I used it for myself and gave it to my colleagues so they could use it as well. But I never thought about making a big fuss out of it. I said, okay, so I sent him an email. And, said, yeah, sure, this qualifies. If you open it, that's fine. So and this is where all this started, and it ended up with you sitting here next to me in my garden.
Okay, so y'all started because you open source, Findbox, a small utility, a piece of code that you had.
Yeah.
And so basically by that was when you first joined the open source community in general, or you had some other contributions, but.
I think that was the first major contribution. I was hanging out on a lot of mailing lists and creating bar reports and stuff. But I think it was the real start for me, being an active open source contributor.
Right. Okay, so I think this is one interesting thing, because open source gives us developers so much opportunity for learning, for meet other people, for creating our live resume, right? Because everything that you do kind of shows up on the internet and everything. So just by any participation on open source, right? It helps us improve our career a lot.
Absolutely. Do it. Be vocal. Join the local Java user group.
That's another option, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And I get in contact with people and then improve on your career.
Okay.
That's the way.
And it's amazing that something that you thought was like little small.
Yes.
Just open sourcing. Think about it. You're getting a utility that you have. You're open sourcing just because you won a prize, right?
A T-shirt.
A T-shirt
from
James Gosling. Right. Yes, a T-shirt from James Gosling, right? So you want to do this, and because of that, it completely changed your life.
Yeah.
Congratulations, man. It's so for you that's watching us, I think this is an amazing, good idea. Start getting involved, participate, just be vocal. When you want to improve your career, it's not only about code, right? It's about, that's why we talk about code for life, right? Because code is the main thing that we do. But, just by living where you are here right now, in this amazing place, you have much better life, right? And being a developer allows you to be here, right? So it's like, this kind of mixed code in life. But Albinay has a specific question about career. He says, what kind of opportunity does desktop technology provide for a developer today? Do you see any? Oh man, you look like no opportunity.
No, probably. I think that there is a lot, but I think they're not so visible. So it's the big engineering companies, banks, who are still doing a lot of in-house or contract development for edge client applications. And you just have to figure out the right engineering company or the right contracting company. So I think companies like Canoe, they're doing a lot of rich client stuff, and they're really good at it. And So just look out for it.
Right.
So I think it's out there. It's not so visible like all those web. We are doing HTML5. Oh no, you have to write JavaScript companies.
Right.
The interesting thing about Sven is that he works for a large corporation, so he has a normal job. He's a developer, and he goes to work every day, and has his time that he has to be there, and everything. And even though he works for a company that's not evangelizing Java, he works for a company that's not creating Java, he's able to find time to actually help you, right, on getting a better NetBeans. So Sven learned the sharing actually helps his career. It helps us all of us, because we have better tools, we have better technology. Because of his work, he's also getting a much better career. Everything that he shares makes him a better developer. He's more important for his company, he's more important for his team, he's more important for his city and his region and his country. Once we learn that sharing, it's extremely important, and it's one of the biggest mistakes that we do for our career is not sharing. This is really, really important that you're following the leads that Sven is doing. Another interesting thing is that Sven is a member of the JCP. He's one of the very first persons that joined the JCP through the affiliates membership, because he worked for a company. It was harder for him to go through the normal JCP process, where you have to sign this really big and scary legal document, and your boss has to approve, your company has to sign the document. So Sven could not join the JCP earlier. He joined the JCP now because it's a much easier process. You don't need to sign any big scary document. You just go online. So you should try that too, because it's another way of sharing your knowledge, but also working with guys like Sven and many, many others that are working on the JCP. So another guy that we're going to hear today is Heinz. So Heinz runs this amazing event called JCrete. Everyone in JCrete is actually a speaker, because everyone that goes there have the opportunity to share their knowledge. It's all about sharing again. Now pay attention what Heinz did that really made a big difference for his life.
Hi, my name is Heinz Kabutz. I write the Java Specialist newsletter, read all over the world by many, many, many people. I started my career as a Java programmer, and I was asked the question of if there are any secrets that I learned in my career. Now, I started as a normal programmer, working, 9-to-5 job for a customer, for an employer. Of course, the employer is a customer in a way. And in the beginning, I was quite frustrated because I was wanting my employer to invest in me. I was expecting my employer to invest in me. To me, it made sense for the employer to invest in my further education, in my skills development, because if I got better educated, I would become a better programmer, and they would save money on my work, and it would be good for the company. Of course, there are some companies that invest in their staff, but most don't. The majority of companies will not invest in their programmers because it doesn't always make sense for them. You see, you are your own commodity, right? So your value is in what you can produce. And if your employer can get a certain amount of work out of you for a few years, then he'll be quite happy. But once you pass your sell-by date, to either become a manager or team lead or product manager, or you're out, right? You go out with the retrenchment and you're gone, right? It's no longer his problem. And he'll just buy a 20-year-old to take your place, or an 18-year-old to take your place, who's got a much faster brain than you, maybe not as much experience, but he'll learn faster than you, and you'll be left out in the cold. So, what can you do to stop that? Well, you need to take responsibility. I don't say you have to come on my expensive professional courses. I'm saying that you need to take responsibility for yourself. Now, I have taught thousands of people advanced Java, thousands on just about almost all continents: South America, North America, Australia, Asia, China, Africa, Europe, really everywhere. And I've never been on a Java course myself that I've attended. I almost went on one, and then I pulled out at the last minute and decided not to go. I taught myself everything. It took a lot of time and effort, and I enjoyed doing it. So what I'm saying is, you as a programmer, if you say you can't afford my courses, you've got no excuse, because all my newsletters are available for free. Hundreds of newsletters you can read, and that's just a tiny bit of the material out there that's available for free. You can take the JDK, you can read the JDK source code and see how one is supposed to write Java. And this applies to your entire career. Now, I always say, and I did some research on this, so this is not just my own imagination, that the half-life of our knowledge in the computer world is only 3 years. So after 3 years, half of what you know is basically worthless, and you can throw it away, right? This is, in a way, a bit depressing, because you have to keep on learning all the time. But on the other hand, it's also good, because it means you stay young. Your brain has to stay fresh, because you have to keep up. So it's exciting at the same time as it's a bit scary, because when you get older, you sometimes struggle to learn things very quickly, but luckily you've got a lot of experience to build on, which the youngsters don't. So as a programmer, I think you've chosen the best career, in my opinion. Of course, I would say that. And it's a career where you need to invest in yourself. You need to study. You must never stop studying. Your job is not a 9-to-5 job. Even if you have one of those rare jobs where you actually can go home at 5 o'clock, your work doesn't stop there, because you have to keep on educating yourself. You are your own commodity. And your knowledge is absolutely essential for your future income. If you fall off the wagon, you'll be maintaining enterprise Java beans for the rest of your life. You don't want to do that. So thanks very much for listening, and I hope that you continue along this great path, this great career in software development. I hope that you make the world a better place with the programs that you write. And if you want to boost your knowledge, read my newsletter. It's freely available on the internet, and I've put in many, many hours of effort to publish it for you. JavaSpecialists.eu. Sign up and let me know what you think of it. Thanks very much. Good luck.
So there's lots of cool stuff that Heinz told us. Taking responsibility for your career. This is amazing, important. There's no one else will take responsibility for your career. You have to be responsible for your career. If you leave that decisions, if you leave the investments to someone else, then it's going to be less than you could be. Take responsibility for your career. Invest in your career. Going to events, invest in courses, taking the time. A lot of people ask me, but should I learn only on my job? Or what if I don't have time to learn my job? That actually was one of the questions that we did in the webinar this week, was what if I don't have time to practice in my job? Well, it's your responsibility to make that time. Find ways to do it in your job, find ways to do it outside, right? If your company doesn't give you time or doesn't invest in you to improve your career, what are you going to do? You're going to not invest, right? You're going to be waiting for them to decide it? No. It's your responsibility. It's your career. So, go find the time, find the investment, find the money, whatever you need to actually get improving your career. This is really, really important. Let's see here another important Java champion that gave us his testimony, and that's Mark Heckler. Let's see what he has to say.
Let's see. Bruno wanted me to tell my best career tip, and I think the best thing that I could say is to become a lifelong learner and to enjoy learning, because not everyone gets the opportunity to learn something every day new for the rest of their lives. And I think while that can be frustrating at times, it can also be terribly invigorating. And that's something that if you do that, if you embrace that, everything else just works. If you don't embrace that, nothing else works. So that's it.
Okay, Mark brought a similar topic that Heinz also hinted at. That is, we gotta learn all the time. We gotta learn, right? It's not our boss has to tell us that we need to learn. It's not our friends have to teach us things. It's not, someone's responsibility to get the information to me. No. We gotta learn all the time, right? So it's our responsibility. It's your responsibility. We gotta take this to heart and really go after the things that we need to improve our careers. And this week, it's an interesting moment for us to be talking about things that we can do to improve our careers, because the JCP now, it's very easy for us to join. It's very easy for us to participate. Before, we need to have approval from our bosses or our companies, but now, with the work of user groups like SoJava and the London Java community and many other people, we changed the rules of the JCP, made it very, very easy for any developer to join the JCP. And the Java community process is a place where all of those guys, right? I'm there, Sven is there. There's lots of cool Java developers are participating on the JCP. So you can actually work on the same place that we work. One cool thing that Heinz said during JCrete, becoming member of the JCP is when you become a Java citizen, because you get the right to vote. You get the right to decide the future of the Java technology. So while we're doing this discussion about career, it's also the last week for you to join the JCP before the next elections. So the elections are in November, and until the 27th of October, you can join the JCP. It's completely free. It's very, very easy. So let me show you how easy it is and how you can join JCP right now. So are you interested in becoming a citizen of Java and having the right to vote for the future of the technology? That's very easy. So you can come here to jcp.org, and you're going to get to this page. This is the Java community process, is the organization where the future of the Java technology is defined. As you can see, the executive committee elections are going on right now, and you have until the 27th of October to register for the JCP and be able to vote on this election. So this is pretty powerful. To do this, you can come here on the side, you get involved, and then click here on becoming a JCP member. And you're gonna get to this page here that explains all about becoming a JCP member and all the possibility of memberships that you can have. If you're a commercial organization, if you're a company, what you need to do. If you're a non-profit, let's say for Java user group, for example, and you can take a look in here. But you are a developer, you are an individual, you want to participate as an individual, and there's lots of ways you can participate. You can be a full member, signing the JSPA. Maybe you have to ask permission for your employer to sign those things, all that. But if you come here to this part here, and he asks, are you willing to sign the JSPA? It's a big, scary document. You need to get approved from your boss. Maybe you don't want to sign this, right? So say no, and then you can become an associate. An associate has the right to vote, and you can participate in everything that the JCP does. So you can do this very quickly and without any fuss. And if you like it and you enjoy, you can change your membership if you want. So coming back here to the top, the instruction for associate membership, I'm going to click here, and you have the steps to do this. It's very simple. You register for the site, then you log into the account, you fill out the associate membership agreement. It's a form, it's just a web form that you sign up, right? And you can do an electronic signature. So you just sign electronically, and you submit the form online, and just wait a little bit, a couple of days, you get the information back with the signed form from Oracle, and you're a member of the JCP, and you can vote on the elections. You're going to be really a citizen of the Java platform, and you can participate, and you can join all of us that are here at JCP. I hope you do this right now. It takes, maybe 5 minutes for you to do,
and I think it's very worth it.